Coming very soon exclusively to Shudder, a movie directed by Nico van der Brink and starring Sallie Harmsen in Moloch. However, is the movie any good? Well, stick around and find out. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for tuning into this movie review. Whether you're brand new or come back to the channel once again, please press the red subscribe button below if you are brand new, as I would love to see you on a future video. So Moloch was sent to me early by the awesome guys over at Shudder, so a big thank you to them for providing me with this early screener to a movie called Moloch, which is a Dutch language speaking movie but also has English language also in it, and it is coming to Shudder in the next couple of days as of this review, so it's pretty exciting that you guys are going to be able to get to check this out. So Sallie Harmsen stars as a character called Betriek, and the plot of Moloch is all around Betriek lives on this bog in the north of the Netherlands. However, one night her and her family are attacked by a stranger, so she goes out and seeks an explanation for this attack. But in the meantime, whilst trying to gather an explanation for this attack, she starts to find something to convince that she may be hunted by something very different. So yeah, I was very intrigued in this movie when I read up about the synopsis and saw the poster before checking this out, and that's all I knew about it. So when I started watching the movie, I then learned that it was a Dutch-speaking movie for most parts, with certain parts spoken in English. So let's just get straight into my thoughts of this movie. I felt for most part this was a pretty solid movie all round. I felt like there was times here where the movie really had a lot to go on in this kind of premise, because the cinematography is shot really well. I will give big props where it is due. I also think that Sallie Harmsen gives a great performance as Betriek. I really feel like you get moments with her character where you feel like the isolation or the tension or this moment where the family and her are attacked in the plot synopsis. It gives that vulnerability to the character, so you can root for that character and the family, and you're also wondering, okay, well, what's going on? Like, what is the underlying story here? So that alone keeps you interested, and it's always great when you get a movie like this where it is a little bit of a mystery and there's something like maybe deep delving that's going to be uncovered eventually that gets you to that truth. That's what you stick around for, and you are there to experience that ride. Also, the fact of Nico van der Brink, I've never seen any of their previous works. I know they've done some shorts before, but that's kind of about it. So I always can appreciate a director on their kind of first ever big feature and how they're going to adapt from a short to a feature and how they can accomplish that. And I think for most part he does a pretty good job. There's also times here where the music can be really creepy and help you with those tension filled moments of Moloch, where you can really get into this atmosphere and this vibe that is really created. And especially I would say around the maybe last 30-40 minutes or so of this movie, really deep delve into that horror. And there is parts where it does that early on in the movie for sure, but then there's elements where it doesn't quite do that. Not necessarily like a bad thing, so to say, but definitely it is further explored in the latter half of the movie. Also, all around, the acting is fine. There's nothing here where I would say anyone is terrible or anything like that. And I do appreciate that this is a very unique horror experience for myself, because being honest with you, I've never seen like a Dutch language speaking horror before, so this was my first introduction into that, and I found myself having a good time with this. I wasn't bored by this. What I would say in terms of my negatives and a little bit where the movie falters in terms of getting to the highest score I can give on my grade is basically there's elements here where they do Dutch and English speaking. Now for me, when you're going to have like a foreign language kind of movie, I would prefer that movie just to stick to that language and keep the subtitles throughout. Kind of threw off a little bit with the suspense, because you can maybe relate with this yourself. When you're watching a movie and you're reading the subtitles, you're so grossed into that you kind of forget about reading the subtitles sometimes, but it also helps create that atmosphere because that's the original language set for that motion picture. When that kind of changes between two or flickers between them, it can definitely put you off or take you out of that element. And I think that there's maybe one or two times where the pacing is a little bit slow in this movie in terms of the tension and how it wants to explore that and deliver that while you're viewing this. But besides that, I think Moloch is a fine movie. I enjoyed it. So have you seen Moloch? Are you going to go be checking it out? Leave any and all comments down below. In the meantime, my overall score for the movie is 7 out of 10. So thank you so much for watching this review. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope that if you get a chance to experience this movie, we can continue discussion down below. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.